Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time you're watching my video, but for me it's good morning right now. It's probably 7:15, 7:20 in the morning. And today I'm going to be doing a recording on a 2015 Durango. I'm going to be doing a full detail on it. The vehicle, let's be honest, has been a little neglected. Yes, it has. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things to this vehicle today. One, I'm going to be trying Yum foaming pre-wash. Okay, I bought this from the House of Rags during Labor Day sale. It came out, I had like 20% discount, I think. It came out to about 15 bucks, I think. I'm gonna try it. I already have here my foam cannon for me to do the pre-wash. We're gonna be foaming up the car and washing with the Clean by Pen the Organizer. And I got a little mixture of everything here. I have a little bit of degreaser, I have a little bit of soap, I have a little bit of Dark Fury, and I'm going to be using this on certain spots in the car by the door, the wheel wells, and it has a lot of road grime and some film. That car hasn't been washed in a long time. Never mind waxed or a spray sealant on it. So today we're going to dial up this Durango. We're going to bring it back to, the best looking Durango that it could have here in Orlando, right? So I'm going to take you along. We're going to detail the engine. The inside needs a lot of work too. But this car, I'm going to tell you this. Once we get done with this car is going to look amazing. All right, so I'm going to be taking you there, show you what we were working with today. And I hope to have you come along with me. So sit down, relax, grab your Coca-Cola or your water, enjoy the video, and I'll list all the products that I'm using today down the bottom today, all right? And don't forget, guys, subscribe, all right? Let me take you along there. We're working with a 2015 Durango. This Durango here is my brother-in-law's, and can you hear the gritty paint? So let me adjust my camera here so I can focus a little better and show you the condition of the car, what we're working with. So, see? Dirty, very dirty. See how the plastic trim is gonna get I'm gonna put a plastic treatment thing on it, something to bring that plastic back to life. The car isn't in good shape, it's just neglected. How can I put it that way? Neglected. It's dirty. Very, very, very dirty. Wow, it doesn't even come out. I have to scrub it. So we're gonna apply a plastic treatment to all this black trim. See here? See how fade out it is? See in here? So let's see if you can. I don't know if you can even see it, but let me show you what awaits us. Yeah, yes sir. Lots of vacuuming, lots of cleaning, and we're gonna dial up these leather seats back to, square one. Start from scratch and get it nice and clean. Let's see how's the gas cap. By looking at this, we'll be able to, I gotta press the button. I'll be able to tell you how dirty the car is. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Do you see this? This was supposed to be silver. So we're gonna clean that up, okay? Now, let me show you the inside. Yes, look at leather seats. We're gonna clean up these leather seats here. Gonna put some treatment on it. We're gonna clean up the steering wheel. It's not supposed to be shiny like this. All right, look how the screen is. Dirty, 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 dirty. So my brother-in-law, they work out, and my sister-in-law, they work a lot. They don't use this car as much. They use a lot. You guys saw the Corolla, the silver Corolla that I cleaned it about 2-3 months ago. That's their car too. So this car is technically their going out car, but we're gonna bring this car back to, looking great. Look at there, lots of cleaning, guys. Yeehaw! This one here, you'll be able to see the cleaning and what we're gonna do, how it's gonna come out. Let me open the hood for you and show you the engine compartment, which he didn't ask me to clean the engine, but I'm gonna have to clean it. You know me. You think it's dirty? I think it is. Look at that. So we're gonna clean this up, make this car look great again. Let's top off the windshield washer fluid. Almost empty. Well, not anymore. I got some degreaser, some heavy duty soap. I'm gonna foam up a little bit here, then I'm gonna put the other foam. All right. So always do, my suggestion, okay? Always do your engine cleaning before you wash the car. Because if you overspray anywhere, at least you don't overspray in a clean car. Wow, let me show you here in the top. Change the angle here a little bit. Can you see there? Yeah, let me back up the camera so you can have a better view. He didn't ask me to wash the engine, but it's like you get all dressed up and put your best, Sunday suit, and you wear a shoe that hasn't been polished or cleaned in 10 years, Let that sit a little bit. I'm gonna bring the same brushes that I use to clean the rims. That's what I'm gonna use here. You don't want to be too aggressive, but you don't want too soft of a brush either. My little Fitful brush. Somebody once said to me, how do you have the patience to brush all that stuff? You just do it. Wow, look at this. The reservoir was actually white to begin with. I'm so surprised. You don't have enough soap. I will in a little bit. I'm just doing this first stage of the cleaning, so I don't know if you can see. In the camera you can't, but I want to tell you this, the foam is turning brown already. Okay, so that's a great sign that, hey, I'm getting things cleaned here. Just try not to wet too much here by the terminals of the computer. Mike, what do you have on a heavy duty foam? I have Brick Buster. So now, all right, see that little pre-treat that I did. Wow, it melted out that grease that was here. That's great. cowl had a lot of buildup. Oh, don't worry, that was my wand for my my pressure washer. Fell down. That's right there, no problem. Remember, when you wash the engine with a pressure washer, you always want to be gentle on, use the tip that is the, you know, smallest one, the one that is the least, you know, you don't want to go too strong. I use the little white one always, because you don't want to, you know, shoot strong water into something that you shouldn't be flushing that strong, that on a hard of a stream, you know. Look right there, all nice and clean. Look at the engine. Beautiful, look at that. You can actually see the reservoir now back there, look. All right, so we're gonna let it dry, then we'll put a detailer a little later. A rim that is really, really dirty. Get some buildup on the tire dressing. So I'm using Luminous tire cleaner. I bought it from the House of Rags. Great cleaner. And we gotta clean the inside of the wheel also. So let's spray the cleaner there. I'm not sure how it goes towards the tires, but let's try. Oh, he takes some stuff out. Yes, it does. I bought the one that you can dilute it. I think it works best and saves you money. Good thing this wheel doesn't have that many integrates. Little area that airs, which becomes a nightmare to clean it. BMWs and Mercedes are famous for having those wheels that have a lot of little spokes. I didn't think it was going to be that hot today, but it is already muggy. There's no breeze. That's the thing. No breeze whatsoever. No soap. I always use soap. It gives a little kick. It foam ups better. And I think it cleans better. But, you know, each their own. Whatever floats your boat. Look at that. Do you think this tire had a little bit of buildup of tire dressing? Wow. I think it was dirty. What do you think? Can you see all that?
Holy mackerel.
My driveway. I'm gonna have to pressure wash my driveway after this one. Wow. I got Dark Fury here. I'm gonna put that inside of the wheel well. It has the carpet, but it's dirty. Okay. I'm gonna put more luminous on the rim. I'm gonna wash one more time on the tire to make sure we got all the tire dressing out. Lovely glove, look at that. And it goes inside the spokes and you're able to clean it a little better. You know, when I clean the rims, I like to clean the inside really good. It feels like that if you don't do that, you're not fully cleaning the rims. You're just masking it. We're gonna put a little sealant on the rims. This is the Suslab ceramic spray. I always do this. It keeps the wheel cleaner and easier to clean the next time. I like to. So, you asked me, what are you spraying there? I have degreaser. I have Dark Fury. A little bit of an APC. Why you spray so much stuff? So many cleaners on it. Aren't you gonna wash it? Yes, I am, but I'm trying to make my job a little easier. So, the car sits outside. The car did not have any, I cannot emphasize, any protection on the paint. So, my first impressions, so I used it almost everything. There's a little bit of soap left there. See, that's brownish water. See right there? Right here. See right there? See right there? Look. That's really good. You guys can see that? The brownish junk coming out. I'm very happy with it. Apparently it does break apart the buildup. I'm impressed with the Yum soap. That pre-wash soap, I'm very impressed. It cleaned very well. Well, when should I use a specific pre-wash soap? Well, listen, the car had no protection, so it wouldn't matter if the soap was strong and had a strong, high pH. That wouldn't matter because you're gonna eventually, wow, I'm impressed. you're gonna put some sort of sealant on the paint, and I'm gonna clay matte it, and I'm gonna maybe do a paint enhancement. I'm not sure yet. The wheel wells were mega dirty. I never seen so much black water come out of a wheel well. This is the carpeted one. It was dirty. Wow. Remember, I already had kind of pre-washed the car, so now it's the final details, pretty much. The pre-wash was great. Clean it. Wow. Can you hear it? Holy mackerel. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to get the clay bar. Oh yeah. You had to be a stronger, you had to be the clay bar, because the clay mitt wasn't strong enough to get everything out. Much better. Wow. I think the sides I can use the clay mitt, but on the top I'm gonna have to do the clay bar. The glass wasn't too bad. It had a couple things here and there. I'm gonna put some sort of glass sealant on this windshield. Let's see how's the roof. A little on the rough side too. Has some tree sap here built up on the roof. Nothing major, but so this is going to be a light rinse because I'm going to use the iron remover on it. So you got to remember, one, this one here is not, I'm not a detailer. I'm not a professional detailer. This is not a business. I don't need to beat the clock. And I like to work at my own pace. So I have the impression that once I'm done with this vehicle, about 6 hours, 6-7 hours, because of how bad it was, you know. Remember, I'm not 20 years old anymore. How do you decide? Some people ask me also how I decide what chemicals I'm going to be using. I usually plan out. I like to plan out things. And usually the day before or an hour before or so, I usually go to my table there and choose the products that I'm going to be using. So that's how I decide. So I like to plan things. I don't like just to go on a go and say, hey, I'm going to use this product, that product. No. Iron remover from Armor Detail Supply. Oops, it wasn't off. It's supposed to be low odor. So. Is this a double kill? You already did the clay bar. Yep. Surprised. I didn't have any reaction. Zero reaction, so that's pretty cool. You can tell that the top part here was the greedy area, not the bottom, because, it makes sense. The sun. See, I used a good pre-treater. I didn't have to scrub it. Some people say, oh, you can put this degreaser, that degreaser, that household degreaser. Yes, you can. I'm not saying you can't. Never said that. You can't. But I want you to remember one thing. Some degreasers are so strong, it could mark the paint. And then you're stuck having to polish this paint, trying to make it look good again, because it was all your own fault. Tell you something funny. Oops. Got a little spray there. If my late father was still alive, he would say, Mike, you could have washed the car with Tide. It would have been fine. Yes, he would say that. I can picture him that. He's going, you spent too much money on that car soap stuff. Yes, he would say that. That's what I used to use to wash my car when I was in high school. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do just a light paint enhancement just to get a little bit more shine into this paint. I'm not gonna, seek perfection. I just want to give a little shine. So I'm gonna use Vonnex blend. I'm just gonna give it a little paint enhancement into this car so it can look nice and shiny. Then I'm gonna put a protection on it. Okay? Look how shiny it is. Wow. Got a few scratches out. That's cool. Remember, these all-in-one, they don't have a huge cut capability. I mean, they cut some. They would make your paint look good, but nothing major. As you can see here, this is all dried out. So what I'm gonna do, I got this product here when I traveled to Brazil once, and I went to an auto detailing store. It's from Proteline Revitex. So it restores plastic and rubber. So I'm gonna be trying this new applicator, and I'm gonna apply it in here. I like it to apply it and buff it off with a rag afterwards. So I think it works best. It says for me just to leave the product there, but I'm gonna go my way because I did it in a different way, and this way on. So shake the product. Wait. So let's see how it goes, right? I got this little, it looks like a Q-tip, but I think I like it because it prevents you from rubbing on the paint. Just gotta go slow. Don't go too fast, because if you go too fast, you're gonna smear and leave streaks on it. Yeah, I don't want to leave any marks on the glass or on the paint. It's a plastic / trim restorer. Let's try it. See how that goes. Well, I used it before in a different vehicle and it worked pretty well. I'm not really too impressed. So I'm gonna resort to, you tell me which one you think looks best. Okay? Let's try this a little closer now. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put something to make this trim look better. It's completely fade out. I wanna use the Last Coat Ceratrim. I used this for years. Always worked pretty darn good. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put it on and then you buff it. So it looks a little greasy, but then you buff it out, okay? Right now I'm gonna let the plastic soak up the trim restorer. Then we come back with a buffing towel. Okay, so far so good, right? So we gotta do all the bottom part there. I'm trying everything they can to make this thing look better. This plastic is a little bit on the stubborn side. But it's coming out good though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the entire car first. Then I'll come back and buff it off. So I can let the plastic absorb as much as it can on the product. So far so good, I like it. Looks pretty good. All right, let's open this door here. Wow, look at that. So let's go this way. Much better, right? Yeah, you know, back in the day, people used to put tire dressing on a plastic trim. And you don't do that. What you do is you put the correct trim restorer. Then you get more, you know, this is not gonna restore forever, but it's gonna make this thing here look amazing for quite a while. You may say, Mike, it looks a little oily. I don't care. It can look oily, but we're gonna let it soak up and then I'll buff it off. I prefer to look oily and then you buff it out. At least you give time for the plastic to, because the plastic is really dried out, to suck up as much product as you can. I know, Mike, you're doing that, but you didn't do the trunk yet. But I don't want to come back and do this later. I want to do this now. Get done and over with, because this is time consuming too. Trying to beat the rain. No, coming out good, right? I agree. Yep. Yeah, this is a little tedious, but at least I'll know that this plastic will look the best I could ever. And it's common, you know. So let's see, 15, 16. So this car's 10 years old. It's a 15. My brother-in-law has it for about 8 or 9 years. So very little miles. I think for the age, it only has like 75,000 miles. So they just had their grandkids' first birthday, so the car is dirty because they carried all the party goods in this car, and there was a lot of stuff. It was last week. So I understand why the car is so dirty. They had to do multiple trips carrying the stuff. You know how that goes, right? About these things here, it looks like a Q-tip, right? And I bought it from the House of Rags. They had a sale during Labor Day weekend, and I was like, wow, that's pretty. I'm curious how that works because, see, it's very, very convenient. So it gets into those little grooves, right? Yeah, if I wanted to cheat in here, I could spray the heck out of some products and run a brush. But then it will be so much wasted product that it's going to be amazing of, you know, this thing here will get greased up tremendously. Yeah, but it's coming out really good. I like it. I like the finish. I know. I'm keeping quiet. As my daughter says, nothing to talk about. Almost done here. I'll bring you closer, then I'll show you the little grooves. Looks like a, you know, honeycomb thing. All right, in certain spots, I might have to use this.
All right. By going that way, the brush pushes the dirt out of the carpet, out of the fibers. It loosens it, where the vacuum itself wouldn't have the strength to pull it all out by itself. Much better. Sometimes you might have to move the seat backwards and frontwards and up so you can get the spots under the seat where you normally wouldn't be able to reach it. All right, guys, so to finish it up, I'm gonna use Vonix Synergy paint. This here, the sealing can last up to 12 months. Gloss from 0 to 5 is a 4. Water beading is a 5. So let's see how it goes, right? Shake the product good. Very slick, that's for sure. Very nice gloss. Very, very nice. The way how it feels in the paint, it feels really, really nice. So pretty much spray on and wipe out opposite side of your towel. And that works pretty good. Let's do the roof. One thing that I do have to mention is that product smells great. It smells kind of fruity, but it smells really good. Well, so at least, you know, this vehicle will be protected for quite a while. I don't like this sprayer. No streaking. This is pretty darn good. So I enjoy using these products from Vonix because they don't leave any residue. You know, these sprayers, you know, companies could invest in a little better sprayer. I know the cost goes down to the consumer, but I don't mind paying a little bit more if I can get a sprayer head that actually works, you know. This is my second sprayer head on this one. I'm gonna put a different type of sealant on the windshield. This one here is not gonna last. I know that for a fact. All right, so on this vehicle, I'm gonna use the Armor Detail Supply Ghost tire sealant. I used this in a different car and I liked it, how it came out. So I'm gonna use on this one here too. Remember, it's very watery, so try to not to let it drip on the rim, okay? So on the vehicle that I used this last, I did 3 coats because the person likes tires very shiny. So I did 3 coats on the tire, so it got really, really, really shiny. So I think 2 will be enough. I'm gonna have to then eventually move the car a couple feet so I can get to the bottom of the tire. Make sure that when you do apply the sealant, you use the same applicator. Again, don't cross-contaminate your regular tire dressing with this one, because it could. All right, guys, so here's the inside. Those are stains, that's not dirt. So clean out the whole trunk area, clean the windows, put a plastic treatment on it. Because remember the gas cap? Look, it's silver now. Nice, huh? So let me show you the inside here. Treated the leather. Look back there. All taken care of. The car smells nice and fresh and clean. Show you the inside. Nice and clean. Leather seats cleaned. Carpet cleaned. The door jambs cleaned. The door panels cleaned. Let me show you the engine. This one came out beautiful. Look at this. Look at a brand new car. Beautiful, right? Remember how that was all black? Came out nice, huh? Nice, very nice. So, completely detailed, shiny as could ever be. Tire sealant on the tires, plastic sealant on the trim around the car. See all that area there? Yep. Hope my brother-in-law enjoys this. Came out beautiful. Nice. Really happy with the result. Are you tired? Yeah, I am, but for me, it's, you know, it's satisfying. Look at the roof, all cleaned. All right, so I'll see you guys next time. Send me your comments. Give me a like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. All right, guys, so done with the wash. Car looks great. So let's go over the products I used today. I tried the Yum Foam. That's a pre-wash soap. Worked amazing. Amazing. I liked it a lot. Worked great. Then we did a iron fallout remover from Armor Detail Supply. Right there. I used that. We did the Claymate, but Claymate was a generic one. Nothing to brag about. Then on the paint, we used Vonnex Synergy paint. Okay. It smells really good. It's pretty good. Pretty good product. We then did the inside with Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions graphene, ceramic graphene inside job. I like this product. It's pretty good. Not greasy. It just leaves a nice sheen. And to finish it out, we did, instead of putting a tire dressing, put a tire sealant from Armor Detail Supply Ghost tire sealant. There you go. I didn't use it a lot. This is my second car, only up to here. The vehicle came out amazing. I put in 2 coats on the tires. So we also applied a little plastic rejuvenator on the plastic trims on the outside because it was completely fade out. So I'm gonna take the car outside and show you how it came out. And I hope you guys appreciate it as much as I did, because this car came out really beautiful. The paint was rough. No scratches or swirls, but rough where had a lot of debris on it. I had to use a clay bar. The clay bit wasn't strong enough. So let me take you around there, and I hope all of you like it. Okay, enjoyed this video. It took me, let's see, 8 hours, because of the inside was horrible. it was really neglected. The inside, we had to vacuum, the vacuuming and the brushing and the cleaning the seats and everything else. It took me like 2.5 hours. Yeah. The outside took me about 2.5 hours. That's 5. I did the engine bay. Then the plastic sealant around the car, that took a while also. But the car looks great. Happy for it. Really happy with the result. And I would like to ask you guys to please subscribe. There's the button there, subscribe there on the bottom. Click on that one and click the one that says for you to get notifications. You get a little bell there, so you're gonna get a notification every time I put out a new video. No videos every Wednesday, every Sunday. All right, and please, share this video. Send me your comments. If you guys have any products that you'd like me to try, by all means, send me a message, and we'll try to work on it. Okay. I hope all of you have a great week. God bless you all. You take care. See you next time.